Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode in the series Conversations with Shelly, where I tend to give you a lot of provocative thought, sometimes serious, sometimes very funny and very, um, you know, daffodils and fairy tale kind of a life. But the aim of it always is to allow you to think about things beyond just the ordinary level, just going beyond the surface, right? And of course, there are days when I do have serious discussions and I go into that serious mode. And then there are days when I just have some random rambles where I choose some things that I've thought about, my friends have thought about, persons within my circle have thought about, and I just want to throw it out there as something that suddenly is devoid of serious thought. And sometimes these topics I have to relay them. I have to say what's on my mind because I'm saying it in the moment. And then I guess at some point in time, maybe I'll have to take them back. And that is what my random rambles are about. I haven't done this in a while because, as I said, there are times when life lives, but the aim is always to remain consistent and to try to bring to you at least once per week something for you to think about. For those of you who are new here joining me for the first time, of course, I'm Shelly, and this is Conversations with Shelly. And for those of you who have been here for a little while, hanging out with me, going through the chaos that is me finding myself within this space, welcome back. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you. And as always, love and joy to you all. So, this week, random ramble, nothing serious, picking some topics to talk about, throwing it out there, may have to take it back. But if I do, that's the aim. That's the aim of what it is. So, what is my first random ramble for this week? So, of course, you don't know, so I'm going to tell you. I am an X-Men fanatic. Like, I'll watch X-Men over and over and over again. Now, the concept of X-Men is something that I've always been fascinated about. Because growing up as a child, I've always wanted to jump off the tallest of things. Yes, she was a tomboy. Still is a tomboy, if you know me. Yeah, still is a tomboy. Always want to jump off of the tallest things, climbing the trees, trying to read people's mind. And I always thought, what if I had that superhuman capability, that superhuman power, that ability to do something that is not of this body, not of this mind, not of this frame and manifestation. And that is why I've been always drawn to X-Men. And it may very well also be um Wolverine. I don't know why I'm name slipping me right now, but yes, that hunk of a hunk. hmm It may be him, but maybe not, because at my little age, I don't think it was. Maybe it became that. Maybe it morphed into that at some point down in the yeah, but certainly it had to have been that superhuman thing. Gene, I know Gene Hackman. Anyway, the Wolverine guy. So always wanted to be superhuman in some way, shape, or form. So my random ramble this week is: what if you were able to select a superhuman ability, capability? What would it be? Now, mine, as much as even though I know I'm human, mine has always been to understand what's going on in somebody's mind. Don't know why. Because there's so many other things that I would want to do. Like I threw this out to a couple of my friends and I said, if you had a choice to have some superhuman power, what would it be? And of course, you have the people them that always say invincibility, um, to be able to fly, and all the ones that you see on X-Men, right? Past, future, present, and all of these things. But for me, the one that has always been intriguing is the one that Xavier had. going into people's minds. And I think that is the best one to ever want or possess. Now, yes, you want to be invincible, but what is the point in being invincible if you can't read somebody's mind and tell them to open the door? Why would you want to be able to fly when you can manipulate somebody to fly you where you want to go? Unnecessary Xavier was like the creme de la creme of the X-Men something. As for Magneto, he ain't can control magnet. But you notice them did have to put on one magnetic one helmet to stop the cerebralism we are going when Xavier just decides same one going in head. Best superhuman power to have, guys. If somebody ever asks this question, take it as me tell you. Manipulating somebody, man. Now, my friends, my family will tell you that I already possess the power there. What about people tell us, oh, Shelly, she can't get anything she want lie. Yes, lies. Though I try, but she can't get what she want all the time. And yes, I may have been labeled as a manipulator. Not true. But she have a try. And it's not unique to me. All of the people wish they can manipulate scenario. Only never have one job and I wish you could have be somebody that make the boss just do what you want to do. Or you have one spouse or you just wish you could have tell them what to do. You stop going like a me alone. Sure. I always make it look like say me just I do things when nobody else now do. But I will admit that I have often wished I had the capacity and the capability to get people to do what I want to do. Of course, making it seem like it's by their own whim and wish and will. But of course, I am the puppeteer behind it. Now, I may have to say this and take it back. But for now, yes, me always want the power to manipulate people. Do I have it? I don't think so. Do people think I have it? Some will say yes. And I know someone somewhere is watching this going, yes, Shelly, you have it. Whatever. So, what if you had the ability to manipulate people? What are some of the things that you would manipulate them into doing? And do you see that this is the greatest X-Men gene you could possibly have if you had the option to have one of those X chromosomes? Like that would have been the ultimate gene to have. Think about it and let me know. Yeah, you want to be invisible because you want to go in one room. Yes, you want to fly. Yes, you want to move things and yes, but all of that, if you can manipulate somebody's mind, can happen. Right, so just a random thought I had. I think I had this thought coming home on Friday, and I thought, what if I could just let everybody, instead of being the police or turn on the siren and I cut through the Friday evening traffic, what if me could have just tell everybody, say, part the Red Sea, part the road and make me up and down my yard? Because at the power that me you want to have. Me don't even want to try fly over, uno. Me don't even want to try move the metal vehicle out of the way. Me just want going on a man and telling us, go left, go right, and part the way for me go home early. That's simple for me. Me don't really want to manipulate people to do nothing crazy. Not yet. Not yet. But Friday evening, me don't come on the traffic. Me like, Jesus, I couldn't have something just make everybody just go left and go right and just make me just go through and reach home in time to take care of my two little ones them. What's up? Comment down below. What is your X-Men wish power that you would always want to have if you had the choice? Random Rumble number one. Yeah, guys, I know. Enjoy the weekend. Just work with me now. Talking walls. Yeah, no, listen. This one sat within my spirit and in my soul since Celine Dion came to Jamaica and I went to Jazz Festival many years ago. And I remember when she sang that song. Now, bear in mind, if you know, you know. I'm a Celine Dion fan through and through. Me just want to see the lady and me just gone to my soft girl era. Me just want to hear the song them and me just automatically fall in love. Me don't know what she do to me, but Celine, call me. Call me girl, me back up something. Man, I can't sing, but she will back up something. Me back up a body part. We do, you understand? Something, me back up something. Yeah? Man, not be a backup singer, but call me. If walls could talk. So when Celine Dion sang that song at Jazz Fest, I said to myself, Father God, good and grace. If walls could really talk, what in God's name would they say? No, some of you know, if you know walls could attack, mighty God of Daniel, the things that it would say. And I thought about it this weekend again. I had one of those weekends that I had a lot of random thoughts. And I said to myself, if walls could really talk, about for me would I say? Would I be ashamed? Or would I be proud? Or would I be proudly ashamed? Check the box. Boy, me no know. Me think if my walls could talk, it would be scandalous. It would be a mixture of some serious scandal mixed with a little bit of real funny stuff. Like really funny stuff. Yeah? But certainly scandalous. Yeah, that'd be scandalous. Me can't go and eat right, so. But yeah, if my walls could talk, Father God, me know you wouldn't. You wouldn't proud of me. You, Father God, would be proud of me, but somebody would. Somebody would have proud of me. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. But tell me, guys, if your walls could talk, what would they say? Would you be proud of you? Let me know. Keeping up with the Joneses. No. I was going through the the toll on the high 95 toll. And when I got to the booth, now there's a particular lady who she knows me well because of course I'm always going through the toll. And every time I go through the toll, she says to me, I can't keep track of you. And I said to myself, oh, why she want to keep track of me though? And I didn't know I was being observed in this way. So she said, me can't keep track of you. Every day is a different car. Every day is a different glasses. And I thought to myself, you see people like, careful. Because suppose all the people carry me did a borrow. Who said the people carry me did a borrow? What if all of the glasses them did I the one them at the pharmacy for $200? And when I came out the toll, of course, I didn't make much of it when she said it. But she said she want be me, want be you and me grow up. That was her exact words. And I said, girl, what you mean? And she said, I can't keep track of you. Every day is a different car. Every day is a different glasses, and your glasses match your clothes. Now, let me tell you something. You see, keeping up with the Joneses, it's a hell of a thing. You see, me not keep up with Jones. Now, watch what you see. Now, watch what you see. Me have a big family unit. Family them large. Family them large, bad. And what you see may not be Shelley's reality, but you may see it and you may think, yeah, it's not my reality. I live within my means and I suggest and recommend that each of us do what is within our means. Now, there are lots of things hidden when you try to keep up with the Joneses. You get depressed, you get bad mind or jealous or covetous of your neighbor's things because you're so caught up in trying to match and compete with your friends and your neighbors. Me? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm too comforted in the things I have because I work for them. And I know people will say, attack, you attack. I'm not cut cross face, it is attack. But me, I tell you the truth. This is me have, I work hard feet. And what I do for what I have, you may not want to do it to get the things that you are seeing. And because you don't know what I've gone through to get what I have, don't want wish to be me because you don't know what me go through. And likewise, I don't wish to be anybody else because I don't know what they've gone through. So be comforted in you, be comforted in the things you have, and just continue to work hard. It's about progress. It's not about perfection. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with the RDQ7. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with the big fat bank book. You have to progress through it, people. You have to progress through it. And don't compare yourself with people. I'm always telling you, you say comparison thief of joy, man. You say comparing something there. It thief any happiness you could have ever have in your life. And you say, me love for happy and me love peace of mind. Not fit me more than peace and happiness and joy. No amount of wealth or nothing, not fit me proper. That for know say me happy and me content. And I can be content with one room. And it's so funny. And it's so funny. I always say this, and you'll hear me say this a lot on these episodes and these things. Those who know me know me happy with little and nothing because me grow up very humble. Very humble. The only thing me I gotta tell you now me don't want happen to me in a life. Me don't want to go back to taking bus. Me try enough to take bus. Me don't know what kind of trauma bus have on me. And if me have to take bus, I just so. But the truth be told, me no like bus. Me no like take bus. Me eat anything. Me drink anything. One thing not spoil me body. Me not afraid to eat sardine, mackerel, them something there. Me don't like them. Let's get it clear. The fact that I don't like them is neither here nor there. But if a girl have a bust a sardine and bust a mackerel, me not no problem. Me not steak and shrimps and lobster. Me like them. Are things that me like to eat. But my body now go in a state of shock if me have to eat bust one thing a mackerel and sardine. Trust me. And me not afraid to tell people say, look here. Me can do very well with ton cornmeal and rice. Ton cornmeal and saltfish. Me good with that. And again, guys, if you don't know, no know. If you don't know, you know. And me say, I'm going to call out Marlene. Marlene, no we say, Marlene, I'm a good girlfriend. Marlene, no we say, at gal, low budget all the time. Not for have no name brand. Not for have no YSL. Not gonna come on here and talk about the coach. She not own none. She not have none. Me not gonna be like some of the influencers that me see where telling us say them work hard and them buy coach and them a travel go Brazil and them a do. Me not have to do none of that. Me content with my little world. One trip down at Ochi, I'm good for the rest of the year. Yeah. Keeping up with the Joneses. Minimalism. Reduce the level of abundance, especially if you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, no problem, you know. And as me say, for those who are in the space and those who can, if you can afford abundance, go ahead. Enjoy yourself. You work hard for it. Go ahead. But you see, when you're putting it out there and you're trying to be, that is when the depression kicks in. The mental anxiety kicks in. The toxic comparison kicks in. And this is when you need to know the difference between your healthy competition and the toxic comparison. Now, me is always a girl we talk about healthy competition, right? Because competition keeps us on our toes. But if I tell you, say, me want to compare and me want to be you, we need to compare to get our education. Compare for them someday. Compare to learn how to do and be great. Compare and compete to be the best philanthropic person that you can be. Now compare if you find out who can drive the biggest Q1 and Q10 and who can change clothes and who can social media it out. Me no live the life there. I live the life there. I tell you something, story time, all in one, random ramble. Me and my sister was out the other day. She said to me, Shelly, you know think for once in your life you can own something with goal. Shame, you know? Shame. My sister shame me. Caroline, you shame me. You shame me, girl. And she said to me, you can't own something and make out a real goal. I'm gonna feel away for your toops. And when she said to me, I sit down in my little silence and I said, oh, me's alright. If you see me in a something look goal, go for your machine and run it for me. Cause trust me, when come it not gonna beep. It ain't gonna beep because it's not real. And I'm not saying I can't afford something like that. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna do it because people want me to do it. Me alright with me gold plate them. Alright with me gold plate them. Suit me quite well. Story time. So another one, random ramble. Being God's strongest soldier. No, this was a funny one. Like I was on social media and I saw a girl. I talked to God and she said to God, say, God, then I make you have to pick me to be your strongest soldier. Awa, me no wanna me is alright. Nobody pick the strongest one for somebody else. Me weak. Not test me no more. Not test me no more, cause me never tell which line me the giant for tell you say me your strongest soldier. Why you choose me if make me I forgot you all the testimony them? You can't put send the testimony them somewhere else. Now guys, when I heard it, I thought to myself, oh my god, this girl is blaspheming. But it was so funny. It was so funny that I had to say to myself, what is it that God uses as a criteria to test your strength? Why does he look at you and say, you are one of my strong ones? I'm going to bring you down to the ground to mold you to bring you back up. What qualities must there be for God to say that I am his strongest soldier? And the girl the girl was adamant. The girl said, no, God. Mm-mm. No. Pick somebody else. Me weak. Nobody test me no more. Nobody make them cut off me light no more. Nobody make them take out the car no more. Nobody make my fridge empty no more. Send me some blessing. Me not strong no more. And I thought it was so funny. And when I when I listened to her, I laughed because I too have shared some of those very same thoughts. Because there was a time in my life, and maybe still happening, yeah. There was a time in my life when I thought, how could I cause all of me I go through all of them at this, yeah? How could I go so? How could I really go so? Why? And everybody kept saying, gotta test you because you're the strongest one. And the weak one, them, I get everything. God stop test me. No more testing. Me weak. Me is weak, God. Me is weak now. I'm right there with the girl. Random ramble. Final random ramble. Why is it that the people whose cars are not in the best of shape and state love to drive back at people in a them BMW and them Audi and them Prado? Why? Friday evening, I get a whole heap of epiphany. I see in the traffic she. Friday evening, I was in the traffic and I saw a man. No, Jamaicans will know this. Caribbean people will know this. Jalopy. The man have one piece of jalopy, yeah. No, I eating one and I eating can't have and he not try keep up with the Jones and I respect him for that. But when you see the man a galang behind the man Q7, me have said to myself, so wait, I'm brave so. The man a go on with himself behind the man Q7. One time I step on the brake for the man. Me step on for me brake, I help him out. Because of how him a go on behind the man, good Q7. Well, license plate new. The license plate one of the one them where you know just come out of the place. And the way all the man a drive behind the man Q7, me I say no man him brave bad. Him not give himself one chance. Why? Why uno we have the car them we not so together? We no know say if we no lick one Q something and one BM something, uno in a problem for the rest of our natural born life. Why? You never see one other Q7 a gone so behind one other Q7, you know? You never see one BMW something a go on so behind another BMW something. Always the jalopy them. Why? When you no find out, you no make me know. Me say, when me tell you no, people, me in a my little jalopy, and me a step on my brake, I assist me fellow jalopy. It's like me one time I want wine and go in and say, fellow jalapiers. I don't even know what that mean. But it's like me want to say, fellow jalapiers, co-jalapies. Go on easy behind the man Q7 now. Why you want to give all we bad name? Why you want the government to take off all with jalapies off of the road because of how you are behaved beside the man Q7? Go on good now. Behave yourself and drive. Maintain 20. What did I say? 20. 2 car space. Maintain some space between you and the man now. Because you know, say, in the community of jalapies that I am a part of, you know, if we leak anything with an X or a Q before or after it, I don't want our life we pay feed for. We just give ourselves one life sentence of paying back for that fender bender. And me just say, for my fellow jalapiers, wanna behave like me, you know? 20 feet behind the people them car. Cause we know if we lick it, we can't afford it. That was my random ramble 5. Guys, enjoy your weekend. The chaos that is me. Welcome. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.